What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Foxbody Junkie YouTube channel. My name is Brandon, and today I'm gonna show you guys a little bit on this SN95 project revival we got going on. So I'm sorry, forewarning, I did not film a whole lot of this revival process, and I apologize. Either way, we've got it done, at least visually done. All the aesthetics are done. Outside of the car is done. The interior is done. Now, there are a couple little things I need to button up on the car before it's ready to sell officially. However, as far as the looks wise, which is what most of you guys care about, it's finished. So I figured I'll go ahead and show you guys what it looks like now. It turned out freaking awesome, but without further ado, I'll just let the car do the talking. So boom. This thing turned out freaking sick, y'all. I'm super stoked. Now, the sun is probably not going to do us any favors here with how bright this thing is, being red. Red and bright sunlight don't go very well together. Try to find an area with some shade, but unfortunately, being in the desert out here, we don't have much shade. So yeah, anyway, first and foremost, I know I told you guys that I was going to try to polish the car, and well, I did try to polish it. So what I ended up doing was I ended up painting this driver's side door, the fender, the hood, and the front bumper cover. And I went ahead and once those were done, I said, you know what, let's go ahead and try to polish this driver's side quarter panel. And while it did actually polish out pretty good, it was just really faded up in this top area here where the sun kind of beats down on it. And I said, you know what, we've already done, what is that, 30-40% of the car, we'll call it 30. Why don't I just finish it off? So that's what I did. We ended up painting this thing, and I think it turned out really great. All in all, I've got about, I want to say about a month into it. Now, videos are a little, they're not up to date or anything, but I've got about a month worth of time in this car getting it to where you see it now. We did not do the door jambs because they were actually in pretty decent shape. So the door jambs look pretty good. The only part on the car I did not paint was this little area right here down in the door jamb, and you can kind of see it comes out on the body here. And the reason I didn't want to paint that is because if I ended up painting that, I'd have a bunch of overspray and stuff right here in the door jamb, and I just didn't want that. So I'm probably going to take just some light compound on that little strip just to brighten it up a little bit, but honestly, if I didn't tell you, you probably wouldn't notice. So yeah, we got this thing painted, and it, like I said, I couldn't be more happy with it. It took me about a month to do it. Red paint is expensive. This is Rio Red. That is the original color. Something kind of cool, I did the little Cobra badges, but they've got the little red inserts in there. I thought that was kind of neat. And the mirrors too, if you guys are one for SN95s, these are the original mirrors, but I painted them to kind of mimic the export mirror. So I think it goes a lot better with the car. Having that red cap there just kind of ties everything all together. So really happy. Now, the way that we did paint this, I did go ahead, I removed the A pillars, the C pillars, I removed all the trim, tail lights, everything came off of it. So I didn't try to half-ass it in any form of fashion. Now, I could have done maybe a little bit better body work. There is a ding or two here or there that I missed or didn't work, because remember, the initial plan was just to polish the rest of the car. Well, so I didn't really fix any dents in the parts that I painted before I decided to paint the car. So really, this door and this fender have a couple dings that I wish they didn't, but it is what it is. We could always get a paintless dent removal guy to probably get most of those out, and that would be an option for somebody. So I did do new badges pretty much all the way around. This one is the original one. I just went ahead and put a red overlay on the forward oval. Hit or miss if you like that kind of stuff or not. On these cars like this that I want to try to make look better and add some personality to them, I don't know, I do different things. So passenger side turned out good. We did roll the quarters, so if anybody's wondering if the back tires rub, so far they have not. We did roll the rear quarters pretty heavily, so they should be good. And I guess with that, we'll go ahead and touch basis on what the wheels are. So these are a Whistler SK1T for twist. You notice the spokes kind of twist and do their little thing there. Very budget friendly wheel. This is a 335/30/18. Yes, a 335 big boy. Big meaty hooves on there. So yeah, got those done. Did polish the tail light, or not the tail lights, but the tail pipes. The tail pipes actually fit really well with the tires. This one I did have to do a little bit of clearancing on it, but no inner wheelhouse beading or nothing like that. It's actually got a little spacer on there, if you might be able to tell back there. And that was to clear this tailpipe. That's the only reason that spacer's on there. If this tailpipe was an original Ford tailpipe, it would have the little notch in it for tire clearance, but these are aftermarket tailpipes. I'm not sure what brand they are. This side fit no problem, yeah. So like I said, 335s on the rear, and then in the front we went with a 255, I believe it's a 255/40. Yeah, so 255/40, and the reason I did that, these are 18 by 9.5 in the front plus 22, and 18 by 10.5 in the rear plus 22. The reason I went with a 255 in the front is because I wanted the tire to kind of roll in a little bit. Now I do kind of regret going with this tire size. It looks good, and the stance is even all the way around. They're both 26 inches tall. However, I would like the sidewall to be just a small amount shorter, maybe like 0.2 or 3 of an inch would be good. Like a 1/4 inch would be awesome. So if I was to replace these front tires, I'd probably go the 265/35 is what I would probably put on the front. All in all though, I have, let's see, what do I have in these wheels and tires? $1,200 in these wheels and tires. I paid $800 for the wheels, or $880 for the wheels. And then the back tires were on sale for $140 a piece, so it's about $300 there. 9, 10, 11, $1,180, and then the fronts were $140 for the pair. So maybe a little over 12, around 12 or 1,300. So, you know, not bad. And that's what I mean, budget friendly. Most wheels that you're going to buy from LMR or something like that are going to run you anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 depending on what you get. And this is not to throw LMR under the bus, but that's just the reality of it. Most of these wheels nowadays are $200 to $300 a piece. It doesn't matter where you buy them from. So get what you like. I figured we'd give this brand a try. I've never bought a set of Whistler wheels before, and they came out with these, and I think they suit the car very well. So gives it that kind of I don't know, that kind of look, I guess, whatever you want to call it. So like I said, I really apologize if the sunlight's not very good here, and it's messing with the video, but it's what we've got. I also apologize if the wind noise is kind of getting involved. So, but did put new headlights in the front, polished the running horse, polished the fog lights, the original ones. So, and then the cowl, we went ahead and painted trim black along with the wiper arms, new wiper blades, polished all the glass. As far as the roof, if you guys are curious, you can run like a shoestring or something underneath this molding to get it to pop up. That way you can get paint down in there so you don't have any overspray or anything on your moldings. So that worked out well. Like I said, we did remove all the trim, so everything should be good there. I took out the door handles and the door locks, so there shouldn't be any really tape lines anywhere on any of that stuff. The only spot that there is a tape line right here is this jam back here, just to tape it off so a bunch of overspray didn't get in there. Not a big deal, no trunk jam. So I guess with that, we'll go ahead and touch base on the interior here. So the interior was really pretty good to begin with, but you guys will probably remember, if you watched the last video, that the car had tan leather. Now it has tan cloth, and it's in pretty decent shape. It does have some slight fading here and there, but the carpet cleaned up really nice. It was already clean to begin with. Door panels are in really good shape for, you know, being a 30-year-old car. So dash is clean, no cracks. Steering wheel's clean, airbags nice. So all very clean. And we'll show you the back seat back here. So everything turned out good. Happy with all of that. We'll go ahead and pop the hood here. Show you guys engine bay, how it turned out. Now, I didn't go crazy on the engine bay here. Let me pause this. So here's the engine bay. Didn't go crazy with it here. We do have some slight paint, you know, loss and stuff like that. These engine bays are a base coat from the factory. They do not have clear coat on them. So when you get heavy on them with degreasers and just over time, the paint will come off. They don't have clear coats. There's no protection on it. With this, we just did a simple degrease, wash down, and then you know, just try to spruce it up a little bit under here. Looks really good. Went ahead and put the end plates back here on the radiator cover, and that turned out good. Like I said, if you didn't watch the last video and you're tuning into this one, thank you. Go watch the last video. But if you don't want to, I'll go ahead and give you a quick rundown. The engine in this car is a 331 stroker, fully forged rotating assembly, and it has AFR 185cc cylinder heads with a Holley System X intake. Custom comp cam, I think, is the brand. If not, it's just a custom grind cam. I can't remember for sure. And it's stock 24-pound injector still with JBA equal length shorty headers and off-road X-pipe into some old school Flowmaster mufflers. And this thing sounds sick. Let me go ahead and start it up for y'all. Now, with the custom grind cam, sometimes getting it to idle can be a little iffy. We'll see how it wants to act right now. Hunting a little bit, but didn't bring my tripod, so I'm not going to be able to set you guys up and let you hear the exhaust note from back here, but I will try my best. Give it a couple revs here. Yeah, that's it in a nutshell, y'all. Let me turn this off. Yeah, that is the Revival in a nutshell. Like I said, it took me about a month to do this, to get the car presentable in my opinion. The car was a great car, had good bones, just needed some paint and, you know, some TLC. So I got really lucky being that the engine and everything was solid in this car. If you didn't watch the first video, we bought the car non-running. I had to put a fuel pump in it, and the car ran great after that. So I haven't really had the opportunity to drive it much. I've just been working on it, so I'm excited to put a couple miles on it, and you know, get it to where it is functioning well and driving well. And you know, the tires that were on here before were terrible. Even driving just around the neighborhood, I could tell that they were really bad. So I'm excited to get a good pair of new tires on this thing, and you know, see how it drives, see how it acts, and more importantly, see how that 331 feels. So it makes almost 400 wheel, which is going to be a lot of fun in this car. It does have 373 gears in the rear, I believe. Actually, no. They might be 410s. I'll have to look back on the spec sheet. I think they might be 410s, but it's got an Eaton True Track differential, and I'm trying to think. The torque boxes have been welded up on this thing. That was kind of interesting to see. It does not have some frame connectors, but the torque boxes have been welded. And I'm trying to think if it's got anything else. It's got a bunch of little goodies here and there. I mean, cross slaughter rotors, braided brake hoses, all that stuff. So somebody really took care of this thing. The original owner, I think, really cared after it. The guy that I bought it from the original owner, and unfortunately the car kind of just sat after he bought it in some unfavorable conditions. So you know, it is what it is. We've got it looking great now, and I'm excited to see where this thing goes. Maybe one of you guys will buy it. Let me know. If you are interested in this car, the best way to contact me is through Instagram. If you don't have one, shoot me a message down below, say, hey, I'm interested in the car. Shoot me your email or something like that, and we can work it out there. I will also try to put my email down in the description box if you would rather do that, if I can remember to do that. So and then you guys can send me an email through there. Now, my Instagram handle is the same thing as my YouTube channel name, just Foxbody_junkie. You'll see my stuff on there. You should see a couple cars that you might recognize if you've watched the channel. That being said, if you're not subscribed yet, I got a lot of views on the last video. It'd be awesome if half of those people, you know, that were new people to watch the channel would subscribe. So if you like the video, if you like the content, if you like the car, this is kind of what we do here. This is what we do on the channel. I like to take cars that don't run, don't drive, or been sitting for a while, or just need some love, and give them a new lease on life. And this thing has got a new lease on life. I think we've got a cloud rolling in here, so you guys can kind of check this thing out one last time without the sun completely beating down on it. But you got to admit that Rio red, man, it hits in the sun. It's a very cool color because in the shade it really darkens up a lot, but in the sun it is bright. Completely different from vibrant red like on the 93 Cobras. Maybe if I've got some time, we'll get the red 93 Cobra out and set them both next to each other, and you guys can see what they look like. So it'd be kind of cool, a little comparison. But this thing looks awesome. Super happy with the way it turned out. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. We'll catch you in the next one. Y'all have a good one.